May 8th, 2020, Drutter here, and it's the 53rd day of my lockdown diary. Oh. As you can hear, people are getting back to it. I myself am here at home still today, but construction raging all around me, that hasn't stopped. And I can hear that out in town, the main roads are busy with activity, And my wife has been out for a walk recently, and she said that yes, things do appear to be returning to a degree of normalcy in some regards. Of course, people are acting very differently on how they treat each other, how we interact with each other. That seems to have changed now, at least semi-permanently. Who knows what can happen, but that something has changed with that. But regarding stores opening and that kind of thing, yes, stores are reopening. And that part of the economy does seem to be starting to come back. And a little look down here, there is a little bit of an RV city developing in this part of town. Current count is 5 RVs, a van, and a generator. Some little lettuce plants. That part of the row survived, but other parts didn't. Looks like there's been maybe some snail attacks. And some of it got washed away. It was a bit rainy, but we did need rain. It hadn't been raining at all, so not sure how this is going to do, because now it's supposed to get warm, like really warm, like 25 degrees Celsius in the daytime. That's probably too warm for lettuce, so there hasn't really been any spring. It's gone from frosty at night to hot in the daytime all at once, and lettuce doesn't really like either of those, so oh well. Over here are some green onions that are coming up that look a little weird, and that's because they were just the roots that I planted. I got from some green onions that we ate, and then the roots were left over, and I noticed they were still alive, so I put them in the soil, and sure enough, there we go. So that's in another couple of weeks, there'll be some green onions there to eat. And then over here is the garlic section. 40 nice, healthy garlic plants coming up and maturing, and over the next couple of months these will be becoming ready to harvest. I'm still waiting for my peas to come up along here in front of the shed, but I think that will be any day now. I tried to make my own seed potatoes, because I hate paying, $10 for a tiny little bag of potatoes that have been turned into seed potatoes. But now I see maybe why people do that is because it's not easy. Tried a few different things before finally cutting these in half and putting them in a box in a dry place to see what would happen. Now I see some are just sort of starting to develop some eyes, I guess, so I'm going to try and plant these and see what happens, but I'm not sure I did this right. Jeez, look at this thing. Rhubarb. In there. Does anyone eat rhubarb? That would be a lot of food. To me, it's needs a lot of sugar to make it tasty. I also have a couple mounds of cucumbers, each with 2 or 3 plants. Not much of an expert in cucumbers, but we'll see how that goes. Gonna have to deal with this lawn. A friend of mine named Beau Sears has passed away, and I did a dedication to her in my recent post on Steam and Hive. There she is at a Halloween event that I put on, a protest festival sort of event in the park in downtown Vancouver for Halloween. And she came and spent an hour or so with me, and we took this picture. Of course, I've taken myself out of it, but did a post on Hive and Steam it dedicated to her, and I'll put the link down below. And lastly, I'll also put the link to this chart down below. This is the unemployment rate in the United States
absolutely bonkers what's happening. The red there, of course, is the official numbers. That's the numbers that the US government often quotes. It's called the U3, but the blue line is the number that would be achieved if you calculate it the way that it has always been calculated. For example, back in the Great Depression, the unemployment rate hit about 25%. As you can see, we've shot right through that 25% and even right through 35% now. And this is just the start of this crisis. Talk to you guys soon, and stay well.